Welcome back, everybody. I am the Jimmer, and this is the Propane 1 million RP King of the Hill Championship. This is going to be episode 7 of season 2, and this episode is featuring the Corrupted Butler and Corrupted Minions by Poldarn. Poldarn is both our contender and, oddly enough, also our defender in this episode, as the Corrupted Butler and Corrupted Minions will be going up against the Iron Maid and Coffee Grinder, which is currently our third place king. And both these entries are fairly similar. We have a main battlecraft with lots of shields and lots of cannons, and then in the case of the Iron Maid and Coffee Grinder, a single minion. Just kind of like a small little distraction ship, but still having some firepower. And then with the Corrupted Butler, and the Corrupted Butler is the main ship here, has cannons, missiles, torpedoes, and once again lots of shielding. And then we also have the Corrupted Minions, and there's two of them. Sort of the same idea, little distraction ships, not a whole lot to them, but they do have a fairly powerful cannon, and it looks like these actually have quite a bit of shielding too, so hopefully they will last a little bit longer than the Coffee Grinder usually does. But that's enough introduction. Let's go ahead and get this sped up and get this battle underway. I imagine the Corrupted Butler will win this fight fairly easily, considering that Poldarn has submitted both these designs. So I imagine he's run this battle once or twice to confirm that his newer design is the more powerful entry. But we'll play it through and see how this works out. Let's get an initial damage report, see if that Alpha Strike hit anybody. Looks like everything is right around 99%. Coffee Grinder, 94%. Oh, I saw a big explosion over there. It looked like possibly one of the Corrupted Minions getting fairly damaged. Looks like the Corrupted Butler prefers to be much higher elevation. You can see the Iron Maid hovers just a little bit over the water, and you can see the Corrupted Butler here moving up to about 250 meters. And for some reason it's showing me the minion there, but yeah, we're right about 250 meters here. See just the absolute rain of flares. It's like almost like a snowstorm or something, with all these little flares floating down. Are these bumping into each other? They're definitely hugging. Interesting arrangement here, where the Corrupted Minion is just kind of hanging out underneath the Corrupted Butler. Looks like one of those minions is out of it. Let's get another damage report. Yeah, it looks like we're down to only one Corrupted Minion. Coffee Grinder's still doing alright. Corrupted Butler looking a little worse for the wear, 92%. The Iron Maid is still at 99%, so that's kind of surprising. I expected this to be a very quick victory for the Butler. But it is heavily shielded, so perhaps the longer the fight goes on, the more of an advantage it will have. got a pretty good brawl going on here. Both ships just kind of holding in place and just firing away. Not doing a whole lot of movement, depending on those shields for defense. And it looks like the Corrupted Butler has taken some engine damage. Oh, yeah, there's a big chunk missing out of it here. It must have been an advanced custom cannon got lit up. And now that it's down in the water, you can see those torpedoes. I'm not sure if you can be able to make them out in the video, but I did see as soon as this hit the water, a large volley of torpedoes were launched by the Iron Maid, and those will be heading over here soon to take out what's left of the Corrupted Butler. Yeah, there we see a huge explosion. Corrupted Butler completely gutted. Get another damage report. Yeah, it looks like we're down to one corrupted minion, the Iron Maid, and the Coffee Grinder. The Corrupted Butler has been killed, AI dead. I'm using the Resource Limited Designer, and this one, for whatever reason, doesn't have the auto scrapping. So that might be good for people who are building submarines. Don't have to worry quite so much about the sinking. But I kind of like the auto scrapping. It gives it like a good indication of when a ship has been destroyed. You know, pops that little text up on the screen. And I don't think this little minion here is going to be able to win the battle. Most certainly just a matter of time before some of those advanced custom cannon shells break through and destroy this little nerd here. And there we go. Just getting punished. Alright. And so that was the first fight there. This is, as always, the best of 3. Kind of surprised that the Iron Maid was able to take out the Corrupted Butler. The Corrupted Butler is Poldarn's newest submission. Possibly just a fluke with a lucky shell getting through or something like that. But we'll get this reset and get the next battle underway. Alright, and here we go for round 2. The Corrupted Butler being spawned in second this time. Usually being spawned in first is the advantage. But possibly just a bad luck in the last round. I imagine this ship will eventually win this matchup. Here, all those advanced custom cannons just blazing. I believe there's like several rapid fire flat guns, and then I believe 2 rapid fire I'm blanking on the high explosive, I believe. This thing has just a ton of guns on it, as well as missiles and torpedoes. And you can can see those shields all around it. I like the slight red tint to the shields. Looks very cool with the overall paint theme. And let's get a damage report. Corrupted Butler 100%, Corrupted Minion 99. Oh wow, is that already over? Yeah, it looks like the Iron Maid may be AI dead. Yeah, I do believe it is AI dead. So that was a very fast battle. Interesting. The change between the first battle and the last one, or yeah, the last one we just ran. But the Iron Maid able to take out its kind of teammate here in the I don't know, I just butchered that. I'm a little under the weather, if you guys haven't noticed. But I wanted to get these videos knocked out as I have a little free time today, even though I'm not quite feeling 100%. But we'll get this restart and get this battle back underway. Alright, and this will be our final battle of this episode. I imagine the Iron Maiden will be defeated here, and the Corrupted Butler will move on to face our next king, the Truth of Christmas by Xionyx. Let's get a quick damage report. Corrupted Butler 99, Corrupted Minion 100. Looks like we lost one of the minions, and the Iron Maid and Coffee Grinder doing just fine. That's interesting that the Iron Maid does better when it spawns in second. Usually that first spawn is the advantage, as the ship has, you know, a fraction of a second up to, you know, a second or two to sort of switch its shields on, get its engines fired up, and start turning its turrets, you know, just a fraction of a second faster than its enemy. Try and get those spawns in as quick as possible to sort of remove that advantage, but there's, with the way that From the Depths works right now, there's really no way around it. Unless we go to something like the AI fight map, but that I believe you have to do in multiplayer, and it's kind of a pain to set up anyway, even if it weren't in multiplayer. It looks like this battle is mostly being decided by the advanced custom cannons, with all of these flares being dropped by both entries. The missiles really don't have much chance at all to lock on. looks like the other corrupted minion has been destroyed, and it is down to just the main corrupted butler against the Iron Maid and the coffee grinder. Let's get a quick damage report. Oh, corrupted butler looking like it is in trouble. That is crazy. Yeah, down to 84%. Iron Maid still sitting pretty 100%. Yeah, you can see I really like how Poldarn set up the barrage and the Iron Maid, how it fires, you know, full. It's like it's kind of like a broadside, but it's you know, towards the front, but it's like 6 or 7 cannons that all fire at once, and you can see when it hit, it was just eating through the shields. Like the shields would deflect some of the shells, but when that happens, like the shields like flicker for a second or two, and it allows like the other rounds right behind it to you know, make it through this really heavily shielded entry. And wow, look at the carnage there. Those shells are definitely having an effect. Yeah, Iron Maid still 100%, Coffee Grinder 100%, Corrupted Butler down to 61%. So in sort of a strange turn of events, it looks like Poldarn is going to beat himself and knock his previous entry is going to knock his newest entry out of the tournament in round 1 here against the third place king. I guess either way, the way you can look at it, either way this fight goes, Poldarn wins. But yeah, I was not expecting this to go this way. I thought this was just going to be sort of a you know, formality, just to kind of, you know, watch the fight. I like watching the fights regardless of who's in it. And yeah, I figured the Iron Maid would or the Corrupted Butler would sort of mop up the Iron Maid, and then we would move on, and the real battle would start against the Truth of Christmas. But it looks like this old Iron Maid is still very viable and able to take out the Corrupted Butler and Corrupted Minions. And I think that is all. Yep, that's all she wrote. That is going to be the end of episode 7 there. Thanks for Poldarn for making these entries. You know, very, very cool looking and very powerful. And you know, I appreciate the quick turnaround and keeping this tournament going. So we have new videos to put out. But that's going to be all for this episode. I hope you guys liked it. It was certainly a surprise ending, at least to me. And if you want to see some more exciting from the depths battles, go ahead and click on the next video, and I'll see you there.